I'm literally just trying to find a spot so I can cry in peace. That's all I want. Hello, you guys. My name is Justine, and we're in my car, and it is literally 4:30. Okay, before I really get into the video, I just want to say this is something that's very controversial. This is there's going to be a lot of triggers in here. I'm just letting y'all know that right now. 2, I have a cold sore. Don't judge me. I am very stressed out at the moment, and we love that. And I'm also very sorry for the little like light flares. I don't know why my camera kept picking up on those, but it's just, it's just gonna be a vibe, okay? So we're just gonna get back into the video. And I don't even know, like, I don't know if like y'all have ever had those days where you just need to like find a spot after work and chill the fuck out for a second and just breathe, because I don't even know where to begin. Like, I don't even know where to start, because like the story that I tell people, it's like insane. I'm gonna just like act like Jay's right here, because like that's the only way I know how to like handle this situation. If you didn't know already, my best friend passed. Like, I'm gonna fully get into it today, because like, what the fuck? So let's just start off like where I really like started like freaking out. And not like so freaking out, but like this is where I knew like my plan didn't go to where it should have gone. I literally, let's just begin. It starts on my birthday when I was literally turning 22. I planned a huge ass party. I planned a whole 3-day party actually. It was, the first night was killer. Don't fucking remember it. Ended up breaking my foot. Literally, I went to a club. And it was this, like, if you're in my town, there's only one gay club you can go to, and that shit pops off, okay? So I get in there right away. I made sure I had a seat to the drag show. I wanted to be front row. Honey, I'm turning 22, and you only turn 22 once. And yes, I was blasting Taylor Swift 22, like, literally, like, that whole week. I don't even know, like, where to start. Me and Jay, we've been like having a couple fights lately. Like, we were going through some shit. Like, everyone goes through some shit. This was some major shit that we were going through, but like, everyone works everything out, like either one or another. And like, we were going through some shit. So it was my 22nd birthday, and like, I totally like get, like, we always party. We always did something crazy for our birthdays. It was a drag show. I always liked going to drag shows on my birthdays. And then it was like, right as the drag show was starting, I get a text from her. She goes, "I'm sorry, I can't make it. Your gift will be in the mailbox later." And I'm like, oh, okay. Like I kind of threw it off. So I was like, let me just get really fucked up. I was like, clearly we're going through some shit. So I was doing shots back to back. I found out the next day with who I was with, I had over 20 shots, 10 Long Islands, and I was starting to do body shots off of drag queens. Who the fuck does that? Someone that's in some pain, honey. That's who. I'm also gonna like open up this thing. I'm currently at Woodman's. If y'all live in Wisconsin and y'all have a Woodman's by you, this is literally this is my like life. This is my like thing, okay? Like, I'm gonna open up a Specker's cream soda. If y'all don't have this in your town, honey, you are missing out. This is my favorite. So I'm partying, I'm living it up. It's 22. I just get that text from Jay, and I said, fuck it, get me in the cage. Y'all, I should have not have been in that cage. I fully blacked out. Next thing you know, I'm in Illinois at a Denny's eating a grilled cheese, blackout again, and like, I wake up in my bedroom the next morning. Throughout the night, I don't remember shit. I literally get a text message from my aunt being like, "Girl, you posted all this crazy shit on Facebook. You're over here in a cage, shaking your ass, stripping it down." I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck? I'm like, okay. So I wake up, I'm in pain. This is not a pain that I have ever described to in my entire life. I'm over here thinking like, holy fucking shit, this is the worst pain I've ever been in. I try to get up and I immediately fall down. I'm thinking, oh fuck. I was like, I still have an event in Milwaukee. I was like, I literally booked shit. I was like, for my birthday. I was like, I have to make it. So I'm over here hobbling my fat ass, trying to walk on a, little did I know, but it was broken in 3 different spots, but I didn't know that yet. So I'm over here trying to like walk to like get some ice packs. I call my mom up. I'm like, hey, I might have broke my foot. I don't know. Forgot my mom was out of town. So eventually I woke up again to my stepdad. He was like, hey, what's going on? I'm like, I need you to just take me to the ER. Like, there's something wrong. Like, I'm in so much pain that I've never felt before. And like, I can handle pain. I have over 17 different piercings. I have a tattoo now. I was like, I know how to handle pain. My pain tolerance is like a little more than average, okay? Oh, I ended up going to the doctor. The doctor was a total transphobic bitch. Like, I kid you not. Like, before he even asked me how I'm doing, how I'm feeling, the first words out of his mouth were, so it says male on your chart, but you look like a female. I'm going to know exactly what you have so I can treat you properly. Bitch. Who in their right fucking mind would say that? I literally wanted to snap back and be like, my foot is my problem, not my dick. But who the fuck do you think you are? But I was in so much pain. I was like, I'm a trans woman. Who gives a fuck? Just treat me. Like, if I wasn't in so much pain, I would have talked. I would have said some smart ass shit. But like, I was in so much pain that I was like, I just want to get help. I don't know what's going on. So they get me in for x-rays. They give me all that shit. The doctor comes back. He goes, oh yeah. He goes, well, where is your pain located? I'm like, it's in my foot. I've never had this pain before. Just like, please help me. I point to an area in my foot. He goes, oh, it shouldn't hurt there. Pinches my fucking foot and be like, it should hurt here. And I was like, what the fuck, dude? Like, what kind of doctor are you? Like, I really wish, like, I can go into my medical records and, like, be like, whoever this doctor is, don't do this, because that was the most fucked up shit I've been through. But, oh, honey, it gets better. It gets fucking better. So, he gives me a prescription. Oh my God, there's a bunny. He gives me a prescription. I don't really take it. I'm not a very big fan of like prescriptions and shit, just because like my family is like, I have a family of addicts. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. So like, I don't even do that. I'm like, you know what? Let me just smoke. I'll be okay. So I get home. He told me it's broken. Didn't even give me a fucking crutch. Are you ready for that? Didn't even give me a crutch, honey. Like, who the fuck doesn't give their patient crutches if they have a broken foot and can't walk? Like, that's how stupid this shit was. So I find out I have a broken foot. I'm literally now sleeping. I text my work. I'm like, hey, I broke my foot. I can't do this shit. They're all laughing like, oh my God, Justine, how fucking hard did you party for your birthday? I'm like, I don't even remember shit. I'm getting all the photos back. I'm like, how fucked up was I? Like, there's pictures of me that are like lying like in the bathroom, like just trying to like stabilize myself, taking photos with girls. I'm like, what the actual fuck? Like, I don't think I haven't even drank that much, or like I'll have like a sip of wine once in a while, but I haven't even drank like that since my 22nd birthday. But it gets fucking better. So I'm now like in a comatose state, because like at some points like I have to take I think they gave me like hydrocodones or some shit. But anyway, I was like fucked up on these medications. Like, I've never in my life been like, oh my God, this is stupid. So I'm now in a comatose state. 2 days later, I'm like, okay, work. We finally get to the orthopedic doctor, the foot doctor bullshit thing. I go in there. I'm like, okay, like, how are we? We're doing it. We're doing good. Keep in mind, I haven't talked to Jay. I haven't really said anything to Jay. Me and her have been like having like a weird like back and forth shit. Like, I wish I was able to say like my goodbyes at least, because that's the only thing I wanted. But anyway, I go to the doctors and I do all this shit, and they're like, oh honey, yeah, you definitely have a broken foot. We're putting you in a boot. We're gonna see what happens in 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, they offered me surgery right away. I'm very afraid of surgery, okay? I'm like scared of it. I have problems with anesthesia that like my body doesn't fully know. I found this out when I was like 13 years old, that like my body doesn't like deal with anesthesia well, because I had like an upper GI problem, and like it's a long and intensive like history. We still didn't know what the fuck was going on. We were just like, oh, this is weird. Okay. So they didn't offer me surgery. I got put into a boot. I could not walk. Still couldn't have crutches, by the way. No one gave me crutches. So I'm like, fuck it, let me just walk, let's do this. I was like, I'm just gonna embrace the pain. No pain, no gain. So I get sent home. I take another med pill. I take a painkiller. I'm like, fuck this day. I was like, I don't even know what the fuck I'm gonna do for money. So I take the pain pill and I get a call from an ex-friend that like really like screwed Jay over, and I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? You know what I mean? She calls me and she goes, Jay died. In my fucking painkiller ass way, I literally told her, fuck you, bitch. No, she didn't. Click. I'm thinking she's fucking with me, okay? I'm thinking like, because this is a rude bitch that would do some shit like this. She would have been like on some like crazy like psycho type shit. That's who she is. Like, I'm not saying her name, and like, because I'm afraid like she's still out there and she could do some psycho ass shit. I ain't like afraid of like that she's gonna kill me, but she's gonna do some psycho shit to my shit. And I'm just trying to like, I've worked hard for all my shit, okay? So I then go back into the comatose state. I'm like, what the fuck? I feel like I dreamt that. I get a call from my manager and I'm like, hello, what, like, are you okay? And I'm like, I'm fucked up. What do you want? She goes, are you sitting down? And I'm like, I'm lying down. She goes, is anyone with you right now? I'm like, my mom's upstairs. Like, get to the point, bitch. Like, I'm fucked up. And I'm like, why are you calling me right now? She goes, Jay died. And I'm like, wait, what? And it went silent. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And I remember at that point, I sat there for a second and I realized that like these past couple of days, I don't remember shit, that I was going through so much shit, that I was using like all this crazy shit. And the last text message I sent her was, oh my God, I can't believe you got me a Tamagotchi. She left it in my mailbox. I texted her like 30 minutes afterwards because like I woke up to go pee. And like the last thing I said to her was like, oh my God, you got me a Tamagotchi for my birthday. I've been wanting this. I still have it in my car. It's in the back here. IDKY, but I thought I was gonna wake up and there was gonna be a dildo in my box. That text message, that one's important because it's gonna be kind of funny. But that's not all. No one really, I'm sorry. Like, I'm going through a lot. Like, I'm trying not to cry on camera. I'm trying to like suck it in for you guys, but like, no one tells you what to do when your best friend dies. Like, I just turned 22. I wasn't supposed to be planning my best friend's funeral 5 days later. Like, that's legit what happened. And we legit, like, we were supposed to grow old together. We were supposed to have like the golden girl moments. We were supposed to like we were literally looking for apartments together to move in together. We had a business we were planning on. Like, we were putting money into investments to start a business. And like, when I said everything flipped for me after she passed, I didn't even know how to be myself. And like, I'm still trying to find that because like, she taught me how to be me. She taught me how to do everything, to be a woman, to put on makeup. Like, I kid you not, when we first really started becoming best friends, like, she was like, okay, girly, I'm gonna teach you how to do makeup. And I was like, wait, are you for real? Like, this is all I've wanted. And like, we would literally go over to her house, smoke some joints, drink some wine, and we would spend hours, and I mean hours, just her teaching me makeup and her teaching me how to like look, like blend my eyeshadow. Like, I've done some crazy killer like makeup like looks. Like, I'll post some photos if I can, but when I say I went through a mental breakdown, I became an alcoholic. Like, I said, fuck this, I'm drinking, bitch. She would want me to drink, so I drank. And when I say I drink, I work at a restaurant. I would be ready there at 11 a.m. to drink, and I'd be the last person to drink at 2 a.m. when they kicked everyone out. Like, I barely remember planning the funeral, but I know I did. I remember picking out the things. But when the day of the funeral came, I was so fucked up that it's like I remember bits and pieces, but I don't remember everything. And like, I don't I don't know even like what to do some days, because like I would call her and I would text her. I would be like, hey bitch, what you doing? Or like, girly, I need some advice. And like after she died, like it was like me and it was just myself. And I thought that maybe the world is ooh, there's a car and they are looking at me like I am crazy. Love recording our feelings. But no one tells you what to do when your best friend dies. No one expects you to know. Like, there's no book on it. And for being like, I've gone through a lot of fucked up shit in my life, don't get me wrong. And like, I'm not trying to like judge other people's trauma or anything like that, but like, it's so fucked up. Like, no one expects they're 22, your best friend just dies. They taught you how to survive. They taught you how to be a person. My mom, like, by all means, like, ever since I moved back to Wisconsin, like, she has came such a long way, and I applaud her. Ooh. And I applaud her for that, because she just finally started calling me Justine. That took forever for her. And like, when Jay passed, I was like, that was the only person that taught me how to do anything in this world, that taught me how to be a person. Like, I was very, very sheltered as a child. I was very, I wouldn't say neglected, but like, I didn't have the best childhood growing up. And when she came in, she like basically was like, no bitch, we're gonna show you how to do this. We're gonna teach you how to live. We're gonna teach you how to be a person. And like, that is the only thing that I have left. But I have a lot of her shit. Her mother gave me a lot of her shit. So like, I keep getting like a bunch of her shit every time I go over there. And like, me and her still like, we keep in talk, but like, that's a whole another issue for a different day. Oh honey, it's not even getting good yet, because guess what? I'm now realizing, okay, maybe I shouldn't be drinking. So I stopped drinking for a little bit. And me and her, so she was a bartender, I was the server. I'm not saying what restaurant I'm going to or like being in, because like, that's just not, sorry y'all, that's not happening. If y'all know, I mean, you can guess by the shirt maybe, but I'm just trying to keep some privacy here, okay? So me and her, we had some regulars, like we had a lot of regulars. I mean, when she passed and everyone got the news, I mean, my phone was blowing up nonstop. I literally had to just put it on do not disturb and be like, if you need me, like, don't need me. Like, get a hold of someone else, like, find another way. Like, I literally was like, don't call me, don't text me. I had to turn off my phone so much because my phone kept blowing up. I'm not trying to like toot our own horns, but we were really well known in this town, and we were really popular in this town, if that makes sense. Like, if like you went to this restaurant, you know my name, you know Jay's name. Like, that's how popular we were. And like, like I said, after she passed, it was just like a whole flip. Like, everything changed. I mean, everything fucking changed. To the people, that the way people even viewed me. Like, what the fuck? Like, who... Because Jay was alive, people viewed me well. But after Jay died, they were like, oh, we don't even have to like her no more. We don't even have to talk to her. Like, that's how it was. They were like, oh, we don't have to talk to her no more. Jay's not around. I have found out that so many fucking people were fake to my face and fake to Jay's face, that after she died, they wouldn't even talk to me. That they wouldn't even like look at me because I am an ugly person, or like I am a beast. I shouldn't even show my face in public. Like, bitch, I might not be your type, but at least like don't judge me that I'm out here at least trying to be the person that I'm supposed to be. So the regular finally pops in. I haven't heard from him in months. He texted me, I'm at the bar, I decided to drink. I think this was like right before I stopped drinking. Yeah, because I stopped drinking after I met this guy. So I met this guy, he sends me a text. I was like, holy shit, he goes, I'm so sorry for your loss. I know like you've been going through so much shit. It's why I haven't tried talking to you. Like, for like, he like probably reached out like a month and a half after she passed. And I just like, holy shit, like, come out, have a drink with me. Like, by all means, like, I can't work, I have a broken foot. So like, this is your time. Everyone wanted to drink with me. Come on, let's fucking drink. So he ends up showing up, and we start chit-chatting, we start talking, It was going really well. He was like, fuck it, add me on Snapchat. Like, this is how it's gonna go. And I'm like, okay, work. I should have known how nice he was from the beginning, because like looking back, I see all the red flags now, and I see all the people telling me that there were red flags, but like, you just gotta go, you know? So we start chit-chatting, we start hitting it up. It's going really, really well, actually. Like, I thought, like, fuck, I just made another friend easily. Like, are you joking? I'm thinking to myself, oh my God, like, Jay sent him down for me. Like, this is how it's supposed to be. This is how it's supposed to go. Like, I felt great. For the first time in such a long time, I actually felt happy. Because lately, it was like, before that, it was just depression. It was like the worst dark spot I could ever have been. But wait, it gets fucking better. So we start chit-chatting. Chit-chatting means to talking. I'm starting to hang out over his house. By the way, this is like all like friendly shit. But there's a lot of things that he said to me that like were really kind of fucked up. But I'll get to that. Don't worry. This is going to be a longer video, by the way. If y'all couldn't fucking tell that like I literally just need to chill the fuck out after work, this is where we're at. So he gets to talking. He tells me he is moving to Colorado. I look to myself. I'm like, oh, great. I was like, just when I'm starting to like make another friend, they're leaving me too. I'm like, okay, that's fine. Like, he goes, oh, that's well. He knows like shit was going really south for me at work. Like, a lot of fucked up shit was just happening, and like, I couldn't control it. And like, I understand like I can't control everything, but there's just certain shit that I want to control that like I shouldn't have to control, if that makes sense. So shit was going south. He ends up moving. I'm still talking to him. He looked at me. He goes, you know, you're the only person that like talks to me from Wisconsin. I'm like, so like, just because you moved like 1,000 miles away doesn't mean I'm not gonna stop contact with you. Maybe that's just me, but like, just because like I can't see you don't mean like I can't still talk to you. Like, I don't fucking know. Maybe I'm the psycho. Maybe I'm the real fucking psycho. He is now in Colorado. I'm just chilling. We're vibing. We're still in Wisconsin. I have the most mental breakdown. Like, I literally thought, like, I was about to, like, unsubscribe myself from life. Like, I was done. I literally said, fuck you. I walked out of work. I never do that. I literally told everyone, I was like, fuck this shit. I'm done. I was like, I'm not going to do this no more. Like, yada, yada, yada. Like, I'm not coming in. I don't know if I'm coming in tomorrow type shit. I go straight to the lake, and I literally went and jump off the pier. And like, this is the only thing where I was like, this is the only thing that he probably has done like really well for me, if that makes sense. Like, the manipulation, like, I feel like started right here because he knew I was at my weakest spot. I went out to vacation the month prior to that. So like, he had my location. Like, I was like, I just want to get away. I was like, after all the bullshit happened, like with fucking Jay, he brought me out there. Like, I paid for everything, obviously, but like, I stayed at his house. Like, I was just chilling with him. Like, he looked at that, he like told me like while I was on vacation, he goes, you know, you don't really have to go back. And I was like, ha ha ha, like, you're funny. Like, don't say that, because I'll just stay. And like, literally, like, on my way coming home from vacation, I just wanted to stay. Like, I was like, this fucking sucks. Like, I don't want to go back to this. Like, Denver was the most beautiful place I have ever been. I will love Denver for life. They don't judge anyone out there. Like, I literally like went into like a shopping place when I had a 5 o'clock shadow and I didn't have time to shave. Like, I grew one like for some reason after work, and I was like, oh, this is weird. I literally went into like a store and they still called me ma'am. Like, you don't get that here in Wisconsin. Wisconsin is very like, it's a red state. It's just, it's not trans friendly. Like, they like to say it's trans friendly, but like, with all the experiences I've had, it is not. Like, I'm sorry, but it is not. Like, a lot of shit was going up at work. Like, I kept getting a lot of bullshit at work. A lot of people were giving me bullshit at work. Like, I just wanted to, like, be done. He told me, he goes, what the fuck? He goes, get a job out here. You can do this. Like, just go. Come on. Like, let's do it. And I said, okay. Because at that point, I was at the pier and I was ready to jump. I mean, I was looking down. There was at least a good, like, 40-foot drop. Like, I was ready to be like, I'm done. He found my location. He goes, fuck this. You're coming here. Let's figure some shit out. And I said, okay. So I get back in my car, I hop in my car, and I'm like, I really am moving to Colorado. I was like, holy shit. And I moved there within a week. Like, let's just talk about that. I was like, okay, let's figure this out. He goes, I need to go on break. Like, he was at work, by the way. Like, he found me and he was at work. He just like randomly looks at my location and I was like at the lake. He was like, this is weird. Like, you shouldn't be, like, you should be working right now. So we're on the phone, we're talking, we're like, okay, like, cool, this is how it's gonna be. I was like, I need to wait for my last check. They can mail my other check, and then I'm just ready to bounce. He goes, holy shit, okay, work. So, like, I cancel my flight, because I was planning on going out there again during October for Halloween and shit. So I canceled that flight. I ended up booking him a flight because I didn't want to do the 15-hour drive by myself from Wisconsin to Denver. And, like, it turned out being, like, 16 hours for, like, gassing and stopping and all that shit. But, like, it is what it is. So he flew into Chicago. I decided I had to work the rest of that week. So this was a Tuesday that happened. Wednesday, I was like, okay, I need to let everyone know this is my last week of work and then I'm moving to Denver. So I texted him like, holy shit, I'm about to announce it. I walk into work and I literally screamed at everyone. I was like, guys, I have an announcement to make. This is like pretty big. And everyone just like stops and drops. They're like, I've never done this before. Like, no one really like assumes that I'm gonna say anything. And I like told them, I was like, hey, like, thank you guys. I was like, but next week I'm moving to Denver. I was like, I can't do it no more here. I'm having like too many mental problems. Like, I'm having panic attacks. Like, I'm moving to Denver. And they were like, are you sure? Are you okay? This is like a little bit last notice. And I'm like, I have to do what's good for me. I have to do what's good for me. And they say, okay. And next week I moved to Denver. Like, I literally sold all my shit, packed up 3 boxes and all my clothes, and I hop skiddy-daddled 14 hours to Denver. That ride, by the way, driving there didn't seem as long as driving back. Because I drove around like 7.5 hours. He drove around like 8 hours. So, like, it was still, like, it was cut up. Like, I had, like, a 2-hour nap, I think, at one point. But we finally get to Denver. I immediately start, like, searching for jobs because, like, that's just something that I need to do. Because I'm now, guess what, jobless. Only have, like, a couple things off the back and a car. I need to figure my shit out quick. And, like, I was also, like, looking at interviews. I had a couple like phone interviews while I was still like packing all my shit and to leave. Like, I literally left without a job, without anything, without like any like notice, without any like support. Like, I literally said, fuck this, like 3 shits to the wind, let's do it. At that point, I believe I was having a full manic episode, but like, you know, we you know, it's a little manic, honey, it's okay. So I get there and he promised me so much shit. He was like, I will always be here for you. I will always do this for you. I will always have this for you. Like, don't worry. Like, no matter what, you'll always have me. Like, friend-wise, like, that's what this was. Not a literal month later goes by. Shit hit the fan. And I mean, when shit hit the fan, I mean, I literally was like, you screwed me over, dude. Like, you fully screwed me over. I wish I could fucking tell you everything that happened, but I can't because, like, that's me spilling his business. And I'm pretty sure he doesn't want me to, like, say half the shit that I could say because, like, the only shit that I told him, everyone knows about. I was like, my life is literally an open book. I was like, I've only now recently, like, kept a lot of shit to myself. So, like, he really wants to come at me with all this shit because I'm making this kind of a video. Like, come on, honey, because I'll spill your tea. Like, it, like, really, like, it's not gonna be that easy for you. But what I can say is that he was very manipulative, like, to very certain things. Like, we would go out and he'd be like, no, get this because I want this. And I'd be like, oh, okay, like, whatever. Like, oh, get this because I want to try this. Like, to the point where, like, I only could order certain things because he would want to try it. And I'm like, okay, it is what it is. What really set me off is when he, I literally can't, like, believe that I was fully manipulated, like, by a man like this because, like, I never thought this would happen to me. I always thought that, 1, I would be single for the rest of my life, or 2, I'd at least find someone that would, like, I would be friends with that could, like, fully, like, do, like, marry or some shit. I never thought I'd be manipulated by a guy that is a friend. And I was just like, what the fuck? One time I was like, okay, bet, let me do some things. I hate Christmas a lot. There's a lot of fucked up shit that happened to me on Christmas, and it's just not, Christmas is always a really hard time for me. Like, I really, like, actually want to go back out to Denver this Christmas because, like, I just can't handle Christmas in Wisconsin. I decided to plan, you know what? Let's just plan something really quick. Let's plan where we can go see the lights, do a lot of Christmas activities, and then like bake gingerbread houses or do some really like just something to get me in the cherry mood, because I was not in the cherry mood. I was going through a bunch of shit. And like, keep in mind, I still have a broken foot. Keep in mind, my best friend died literally 6 months ago. Keep in mind, like, I'm just trying to figure out my life because I moved within a week's notice and don't have anything. Like, fucking nothing. So, I plan all this shit out. He cancels on me. He literally within 3 hours, everything that I fucking planned for us to do, he's doing it. And I'm just on the couch with a broken foot, smoking a joint. What the fuck? Like, what the actual fuck? Like, who the fuck does that? Seriously, who fucking does that? Oh no. Oh no. It's still good. It still gets good. Because what I wish I can tell you would be the rest of this story. But like, I'm trying to like snip it to where I don't out him with all of his like drama and shit. I can't legally tell you certain things because I've signed an NDA. I can't legally tell you some things because like legally, you know, he fucks me over. I have nothing now. Like, I literally have nothing. I'm talking to my other roommate because I lived with 2 guys. Yes, I lived with 2 guys. It was an experience. Don't get me wrong. I did a lot of cleaning. I did a lot of fucking cleaning. That last like week and a half, I didn't do a lot of cleaning because I was going through another mental breakdown. But you know what? It is what it is. I'm now talking to the other roommate and he's pissed because he's seeing all this shit go down. And I literally just have to look at him and be like, please don't think I'm crazy. I had to ask him if I was going crazy or if I'm in the wrong, because like I couldn't even like imagine some of the shit that he was doing and saying. Like, he literally at one point told me that I'm single because I'm trans. And that maybe if I lost a little bit of weight, he would fuck me. I'm sorry, what? What? Honey, I wouldn't let you touch me with a 10-foot pole. Like, I wouldn't know. Like, now it's like I'm in like this dude's house. I'm like, am I like it got so weird for me that I had to keep going. Like, every day I had to keep asking my other roommate, I'm like, am I in the wrong for this? Am I in the wrong for this? I had to keep like also telling him, like, I am so sorry for bringing this drama on you. I was like, no one was expecting this. And he goes, no, he literally just like left you. Like, he literally just like left you and he fucked you over. And I'm like, I agree. But now it's like, do I stay or do I go? Because the choice was, do I be financially secure or do my safety come first and be safely secure? Because keep in mind, I still have a broken foot. He is now trying to get a more expensive apartment because we were all trying to move in together. Me, him, and this other person he was trying to see. And he literally was trying to expect me to get 2 more jobs. Keep in mind, I got a job at this point and I was also door dashing. I was working a 8 to 5 and then I was door dashing from like 6 to like 10-ish. And he expected me to get 2 more jobs with a broken foot just so I could be able to support everyone. And expect my name on the lease when he knows damn well I could barely afford where I was right now. And I was literally busting my ass every single day. The other guy I was living with, he was like, you literally made this shit work. He goes, I've never seen someone with a broken foot make a job, move halfway across the country, and still make this shit work. What the actual fuck? At this point, I'm literally like at a loss. I was having mental breakdowns after mental breakdowns. This is when I think me and my mom kind of got close because I had no one else to call. I had no one. My friend just passed. I moved 1,000 miles away. I was in the best city, but having the worst time in my fucking life because like this dude screwed me over. Screwed me over so hard. To the point where I was like, I can't do the things that you are wanting me to do. I can't like do anything. Like, I can't I don't know what I did wrong for you to hurt me so fucking much, because I literally don't know what I did wrong. Like, every time I would try to bring something up, you would be like, oh yeah, well, my trauma's more because this shit happened. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to compare trauma. Trauma shouldn't be compared at all. And like, honey, why the fuck are you even bringing that shit up when I'm just asking for advice? Like, I get you're trying to connect with me and shit, but like, the fact that my best friend like passed, just recently passed. And it wasn't just like, oh, she passed 3 years ago. It was like 6 fucking months. That's the time frame, like 6 months. Like, if this wasn't one big manic episode, I don't fucking know what is. So I decide, fuck it, I'm gonna need to move behind his back. I know shit's gonna hit the fan even more. I know he might kick me out. I know all this other shit that he might do that I need to know that I can't do. So this is when I go into fucking whole lifetime mode and being like, I need to move in the middle of the fucking night. So I'm talking to the other roommate. I'm like, hey, this is what's gonna need to happen. He goes, just know that, like, he literally told me, like, I missed the shit out of him. He literally told me, he was like, just know, like, you're always welcomed here. You are always so nice. You're always so caring. I might not talk to you because, like, I just don't have, there's no reason to talk to you. But he goes, if you ever need anything, just let me know. And, like, that was the most sweetest thing, like, I have ever heard. Like, he is the reason that I still, like, believe in some hope in humanity and, like, literally just men in general. Because, like, before that, I didn't really talk to men. And, like, he was the one of those people that really, like, made me, like, holy shit, maybe there is some good guys out there. So I decided to start secretly packing. He wasn't even living there anymore. Like, let's just talk about that. Like, he wasn't literally even living there. He was living with this other person. So I'm just, like, in his room, like, packing up secretly, putting my, like, boxes in this other dude's room, making sure, like, if he comes over, he doesn't see it. And then, like, in the middle of the night, walking all the shit and going down. And then I put in my 2 weeks at work. I loved my job. Like, I fucking had it made there. Like, I was a receptionist. I worked for a nursing company. Like, you walk in, you're the one that you greeted me first. I need to figure out who you were, if you're allowed in this building, or if not, I'm kicking you out. And honey, I would kick you out. I would tow your car. I would do all that shit. So I'm going a full lifetime on him, and I end up leaving. I had to track the weather because it is now about to be winter. It's January. I was there. I vacationed in August, moved in the beginning of, like, the end of August, very beginning of September, moved literally January 2nd into January 3rd. And I had to track the weather. I had to make sure there was no fucking storms coming. I was looking at the radar constantly. Turns out, guess what? 18 hours, hailstorm, thunderstorm, windstorm, snowstorm, every fucking storm imaginable, I had to go through it. Thank you. Thank you, asshole. Because you wouldn't consider me. You wouldn't consider my feelings. You always said that you didn't consider yourself, but really it was yourself that put you first before you even put me first. Like, look in my eyes for a second. I lost everything that I had. I've lost the only person that truly cared about me in my life, I just lost. I sold all my shit. I have a car, my clothes, and 3 boxes. And then you pull all this bullshit, and I literally had to move back, beg for my old job back, make sure that I have everything, while you're over here trying to be on some bullshit. Like, I just found out, like, he was trying to say some shit, like, how I was, like, crazy, how, like, I'm a hormonal woman. Honey, you're kidding me right now, right? Like, I wish I could tell you the full story of this without me getting in trouble legally, because, like, it's so fucked up, and I'm just like, what the fuck? I end up moving back to Wisconsin. I'm now in Wisconsin, and I have a mental breakdown right away. I couldn't work. I had literally, like, at one point almost went to the psych ward because I was that fucked up. I ended up going into physical therapy 2 months later. I am now fully healed. I have a fucked up foot for the rest of my life, basically, is what they said. They're like, hey, this foot's gonna give you troubles no matter what. Like, it is what it is. I say, okay, fine, whatever. And now I'm here. Having a mental breakdown, trying to just calm myself down, trying to just, like, figure out why. Like, I understand that spirit puts me in situations that, like, is, like, not normal, that, like, teaches me a lesson. Like, I get now that, like, I need to stand up for myself, and I hate this town, and, like, hate is a very strong word, but, like, everywhere I go, I have to deal with transphobia. I have to deal with so much bullshit. I have to deal with literally, like when I go to work, every person that, like, I know for a fact one person will have a problem with me. I know everywhere I go, I literally have to carry a taser around me and a knife just to make sure I'm safe. And, like, that's the thing that sucks. I didn't have to do that out in Denver. I was fully safe. I was secure. I had everything made until this dude said, oh, you think so? Yep, you have nothing now. And I don't know what to do. Like, I'm still working at my job that I thought I would never have to work at again, which, like, by all means, I love the job I'm at. Like, they have done so much for me. Like, they let me transition there. They let me, like, experiment with my makeup there. Like, that job literally was like, damn, I could have been fired. But I just don't know. And, like, I don't even know if I'm gonna post this or not, because, like, what the fuck. But, like, I know some people are wanting the story. Like, you can't make this shit up. This shit should be a Lifetime move. Like, Lifetime, you want to call me, girl? Like, we can partner, okay? Like, we can fucking partner, because, like, girl, like, I literally DM'd fucking Tana Mojo and fucking Bishop Hayes, because, like, who can make this shit up? I know I can't. Like, what the fuck? Like, I think I need to write a book, because what the actual fuck? Y'all, I hope you like this rant and this, like, emotional, like, breakdown. I literally just, like, it's not even like a breakdown. Like, I think I'm titling that no matter what. But, like, I literally just had to sit here and talk about it, because, like, I don't even know what to say. I don't even know how to react. I don't even know how to, like, respond to shit. It's like, I literally got put into, like, oh, this is happening now with my life. Okay. Like, oh, this is happening now with my life. Okay. Like, I don't know if, like, like, what the fuck? I feel like this whole, like, I don't know if, like, you guys have ever seen, like, that TikTok where, like, hi, like, my name is, like, blah, blah, blah. And, like, my dad this and this and this. I brought Skittles to the bucket, blang. Be like, hi, my name is Justine. I was like, I moved 1,000 miles away because I was manipulated. And then I had to move 1,000 miles back and restart my whole life from ground up at 23 years old. I brought cream soda. Y'all, cheers. But I don't know what to do or what to say. Thank you guys for the people that are there. All my links will be down in the description. I do stream, so that link will be down there too. My Twitter will be down there. My Snapchat will be down there. I post a lot on Snapchat, so, like, y'all, the tea is hot over there, because, honey, y'all thought this tea was hot. You should see the shit I be posting on Snap. But thank you guys so much. I hope y'all have a better day than what I've been doing. I just need that. I just need a vent. Like, sometimes we just need a vent. Like, I'm feeling good now. Like, I kind of want a Starbucks. There's a Dunkin' right over here. And, like, maybe I get a iced coffee as a treat. Who knows? I do have this sour cream. Maybe I'll just make some toast and call it a night. And literally, like, the sun is coming up now. Like, do you guys see that? I have been here for so long chatting that the sun is literally coming up. I will let you guys go. I don't know if I'm posting this or not. I feel kind of crazy. I'm gonna take a dab and go to bed. Have a good night, you guys.